Do not stand at my grave when I weep. I'm not there. I do not sleep. I am the thousand winds that blow. I am the diamond glint on the snow. I am the sunlight that ripened grain. I am the gentle autumn rain of quiet birds in circle flight. I am the soft starlight at night. Do not stand at my grave and cry. I am not there. I did not die. Amen. I wanted to start by saying this man was more of a father to me in game. I know a lot of you knew him. It's going to be really difficult not getting a call on my birthday or Christmas or random drunken calls because, he liked to drink. And he would call me in the middle of the night, 2, 3 in the morning, just to tell me he loved me. He did it not too long ago, maybe last week. It's going to be hard not to ever hear his voice again. But I really do appreciate everybody coming and pay their respects. He was a good man, very selfless. As you can tell, there's a lot of people here that we haven't seen in 5, 6 years. Cap is definitely smiling, raining the hammers down on the enemy still. He'll always hold a place in my heart anyway. That man, like I said, he was more than just a character in a game for me. And I'm sure he was for a lot of you as well. His son is going to be getting a video of this, and I'm sure that he's going to love the fact that he touched so many people. He was a great man. He really was. And it's just awesome to know that, he touched. I mean, look how many people we have here, guys. This is awesome. It made me tear up immediately just seeing how many people came. Like I said, from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate it. And I know he would love this. Just knowing that so many people that have been fighting him for years. Maybe some of these people never really played with him, but he will always be a Dark Age of Camelot legend. And that name will always be spread, and I'm sure everyone will always know who Captain Kent is. I think Helic wanted to say a few words. Helic, you're in here, correct?
Yes, sir.
If you want to come up here in the middle and talk.
Thank you, Knight. Appreciate you and all you've done for TSK and the game, especially the past few years when Cap needed you the most. So we really appreciate you and everything you've done, my friend. This is going to be hard for me, as I'm sure it is for you, everyone else. Cap, he was a great man. I have served with him and been great friends with him for well over 15 years. Like Nightsmauler, he considered me his son. Cap, he was always about family. He loved his parents, he loved his kids, and he loved his doggy. And he also loved this game that we all do, which is Dark Age. But Kent's family never stopped at his real life, but extended to all of us in the Scarlet Knights, as well as the game itself. I have been blessed to call so many in this game my brother. Thor Brodan, Gnarly, Brave Arrow are some of the many greats that have lined the halls of TSK that have now passed into Valhalla and Heaven. Today, they welcome the great man that brought us all together. As I stand here, it is with such a heavy heart that so many of my brothers and sisters have to make the great journey beyond. While deeply saddened, I am also overtaken by memory. My memories of Kaptkent and what he has done for my life and brought to it the reconnection of so many old friends and faces that I get to see today. And as he looks down on us, I have no doubt he is pleased that we are here today as the TSK banner once again flies over these hills and that people are remembering his name. There is no speech eloquent enough that I could give or poem recite to truly honor his memory to all of us here. So to that end, Kaptkent, my brother, I love you. May you go swiftly into Valhalla and rest in peace in heaven. Thank you.
So I guess first of all, I just want to extend the thanks for everyone that's shown up. I think even if, 5 or 6 people had turned up, Cap still would have been just overwhelmed and happy to know. But the fact that there's this many people here, he would have loved this. I've known Cap for about 12 years at this point. I was a young Daok player who still had loads to learn, and he picked me up and, like most people, taught me so much about the game and just about life in general. He was an amazing friend to have, whether you needed, something big, something small, you just needed someone to talk to, he would have your back. He would always, be there for you, and he'd do anything he could for you, no matter what it was. He'd reach out and he'd do everything for you if that's what he could do. I can't explain the influence he's had on me as a person and as a player, and I still don't believe it. It's a hard one to take. Sorry. I remember there were times in the last couple of years that I was playing that sometimes people would criticize Cap for certain things, and I'd always defend him just because I know that's what he would do for all of us. He always had something good to say about people, and even if they were Albs or Hibs, I'm sure he'd still find something good to say about you. He'd still probably drop some hammers on you after, but he'd have something nice to say about you first. Honestly, I really, there's so much in my head that I want to say, and I just can't find the words. But man, he's gonna be missed by so many of us, and I just won't forget him. He's just such an influence to so many people, and his story in the game and what he did for TSK, what he did for Midgard as a realm, and what he did for the game as a whole, just phenomenal job. So thanks to everyone for being a part of his life. And yeah, thank you for letting me speak as well. Cap, we'll miss you, and well, we love you too, man.
So, my name's Janini. A lot of us, I agree with a lot of what a lot you guys are saying. Cap was a real good friend. And like Knight said, he would send everybody messages. I spoke to him 2 weeks ago, and everything seemed perfect. He sent me for Christmas, sent me for my birthday. You know, um, it's just really hard. I was okay until we got here, until I saw you guys, and then the floodgates just started opening up. But there's a lot of us. I reached out to Meetup. There's a lot of people that couldn't be here that, do send their condolences. But he was just a great guy. And I just wish I had more words to say. Even when we didn't agree with him on his drunken nights, he was still our friend. It didn't matter if we cussed him from A to Z. 5 minutes later, he was still our friend. So, you couldn't ask for a better gamer buddy, even if you didn't meet him in real life. He was a great friend. So that's all I got to say.
Thank you, Jenny.
Love you, Jenny.
I'd like to say something as well, please.
Yes, sir.
Hey everyone, my name is Ross. If you guys don't know, that was my mom speaking. As you can imagine, having a parent in the game, I started off quite young. I started playing Dayoc when I was around 8 years old. One of the first guilds I ever joined was the Scarlet Knights. One of the first players I ever met was Kaptkent. And if it wasn't for Kaptkent and the camaraderie he showed me, and the TSK, and playing alongside him, and my mom, I'm not sure if I would be so involved in video games or Dark Age of Camelot as I am today. Kaptkent was one of the first experiences I've ever had on the internet or playing an MMO ever. And I credit him and TSK with my love for video games and Dark Age of Camelot today. Thank you.
So my name is Lork. I have been playing since 2001, back when there were just servers. There wasn't a cluster. There wasn't anything like that. And I met Cap shortly before the cluster from or into Yahweh. And you have to bear with me because it's a lot of memories and it's a lot of emotions. But I mean, Cap was an awesome guy. He was, don't get me wrong, he was an asshole, and he would tell you he was an asshole. And he'd laugh about it, and you'd laugh about it, and you'd respect him for it because he was honest. I mean, and that was the big thing back then. Is like huge respect was to people that were honestly themselves, and Cap was 110% honestly himself. And at the time, I was in a guild that was in an alliance with TSK, and we all had tunes kind of intermixed between the different alliance guilds. And some of my greatest memories are we had 3 BGs running on Midgard at the time after the Yawling cluster. So it was Zyrman, Cap on Scarlet, and Odyssey running the third usually. Sometimes it was somebody else. And we would just all coordinate and just to pull off some amazing shit. And I can still hear in my head Cap's voice going, "Hot damn, let's go. Let's get it. Hit it. Hammers." And I just, with all the love in the world for all of you, both on all sides, both on Midgard and on Albion and on Hibernia, the memories that I got to share, that I was privileged to share with all of you and with Cap, and because of Cap, were amazing. And on top of that, Cap was an amazing guy in real life. He's messaged me multiple times on Facebook. We haven't talked in via phone call or Facebook call or any of that in quite some time, but I had just seen him just a few months ago on Facebook, and we were talking about real life stuff. And I will forever cherish the memories that that man and all of you have helped me make, to remember this game that we all loved and he loved, and just the love he gave to the people he called friends. And if he called you a friend, it was a real thing. It wasn't just something fake. It was legitimate, and I don't even have the words to describe how much that means and how good of a person Cap was. Despite his many flaws, all of us have this. All of us have these memories that we will cherish. And I just wanted to take the time to say this about him because he will be missed. That's what I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Lord. Appreciate that, sir.
Loki Blade here, if it's all right.
Yes, sir. Go right ahead.
I met Cap back in 2014. Just came back to the game when they changed the poisons for the assassins. I went through hell trying to get my account. He made Shadowblade more group viable for me. The camaraderie, the willingness to just group with a stealther. You know, nobody grouped with stealthers. We were all 1v1 or fighting one another. And I got my 11L4 here about 2 years ago, playing with Cap, doing the ghost keeps and stuff and blurring into the keeps. And we had some good sieges. We always took the towers. I was a ram guy, always had rams. He pushed me to do my LGM on all my crafting. Frickin' sucked. It's better than asking anybody else for help. I only played certain times, and I appreciated all the times he logged with me. I remember playing his hunter a couple times that he had. I don't remember the name, but he actually logged a stealther, and we did stealth group. It was cool, but I really appreciate all the insight and the help and the transfers he's helped me with, and he was just a really good all-around guy, and he knew I was Midgard loyal. He never pushed me to ever play any other realms. He kind of understood that. I'm always going to appreciate everything he did and all the time he spent with me. It's really sad that horrible things happen. I mean, I work in hospice. I see people die every day, but when I heard Cap died, I fucking bawled. Excuse my language. I appreciate everything and everyone anybody's ever done for me in Dark Age. I know I wasn't the most polite person, a spammed region, but I mean, I learned from Cap. He taught me a lot, not just in the game, how to just accept the bullshit and move on. And I love you, Cap. R.I.P., brother. That's all I got to say.
Thank you guys so much for attending. I would like to do a march. He likes Starlight Lake, so I'd like to march over to Starlight Lake and end it there if you guys don't mind.
Now you know when Cap got to the lake here, he'd be hammering every one of you motherfuckers.
Yeah. Ain't that the truth?
This is shit ass.
Well, let him
He
live.
would
I hear
he
you
would have
there.
done it
I
as
said,
soon as he saw you guys approaching.
oh, he's hammered me so many times.
It wouldn't have mattered if he died. He'd still do it.
That's fact.
Go out kicking, that's for damn sure. Yeah.
Y'all remember his shit ass giggle that he had? He'd be giggling the whole time while he was killing you.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah, I played both sides with him and against him, and it was always super fun.
Hey, Ramick. If later you can get me a link to the video, that would be great, because I'd like to make a music vid out of this if I can.
Sure, if you could do that for all three realms, I'm sure they'd be appreciated.
Gotta avoid the ML10 dungeon, yeah? If it's up anyway.
Yes, yes. Avoid it. Skirt wide. Skirt wide.
It's not up
I
at the
don't know.
moment.
I feel like that's something Cap would accidentally do.
Yeah, yeah. I should run into a tree.
Also a cat thing.
Oh lord.
Oh, man. I'm loving this, guys. This is... I was really hoping to do this with his tune. I really was. Have one last run.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
Swaying on the crimson rivers, blood and glory in the biting fields. Shields are shattered and despite
It's a lot of people.
It is. Big crowd.
Wow, there's some twat
Oh, we
waffle
got
hib
some.
back here mezzing people.
Really?
You know what? In Cap's honor, let's go kill him.
Uh-oh. Is it time for me to stealth up?
I'm level 24, but I will toss hammers and lightning at him just for the hell of it.